don't you?
Who else were you expecting?
Well, bust my boiler.
Right lads, so long story short, we're fucked. Magic Railroad absolutely flopped in the box office and now we're stuck on what we're meant to be doing. So, what are we bloody gonna do?
Well, we could release a new VHS.
Alright, well, what episodes are we gonna bloody put on there, mate? We haven't made a new episode in bloody 2 years. Well, off the top of my head, bar, double teething troubles. Oh yes, season 5, that sounds good. Busy going backwards, that's a good one. Thomas and Gordon. Wait, Thomas's Christmas party. Thomas and Percy's Christmas adventure.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Hello everyone, Thomas126 here, and welcome back to DVD Reviews. If you're good at guessing, then you'll probably know that in today's video we're going to be looking at Peep Party, the first ever Thomas DVD. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's have a nice little closer look at Peep Party. Okay, so Peep Party released on the 9th of October 2000 on VHS and released on the 6th of November 2000 on DVD. So looking at it here, I'm just going to go straight off. I do not like the poster art at all. This is very odd considering the fact that if you look at the other season 5 releases, they look absolutely nothing like this. They have very nicely stylized little posters, and then this one, it's just Cartoon Thomas with a cringy, awful title and just messy in general. I'm really not a fan of the poster art on this DVD. But anyway, what are the episodes? Lady Hat's Birthday Party, Bar, Double Teething Troubles, Thomas Percy and Old Slow Coach, Happy Ever After, Busy Going Backwards, Thomas and Gordon, Thomas's Christmas Party, Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure, and the songs Night Train and Donald's Duck. As always, like we always do on this series, I'm going to be going from first episode to last episode, and I'll also review the songs for once, because I never usually do that. So yeah, going from Lady Hat's Birthday Party all the way down to Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure. It's weird, but anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Lady Hat's Birthday Party, a very, very good episode. Admittedly, an odd one to have as the start of the release, as it's not necessarily a engine-centered episode, it's more of a Sir Hat episode, which is actually one of the episode's stronger points. Seeing an episode purely about Sir Hat and a human character in general is a nice little refreshing thing. Another thing I like about it is the fact that it incorporates all different parts of the railway, like road, steamroller, Caroline, Thomas, and etc. But yeah, genuinely a really good episode to start off the release. Quite a comedic one as well. Nice to see George and Caroline interact with each other, which is a rarity. Yeah, out of 10 I would probably I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's a very good episode. Bar. Now, just a little disclaimer, I'm not the hugest fan of season 5. I like it a lot, but I'm not as big on it as other people. I think it's decent, but it's definitely nowhere near as good as something like season 2, 3 or 4. But anyway, this episode as an episode on its own, it's alright, you know. I mean, season 5 didn't have particularly outstanding stories for the most part. I mean, there are loads of really good ones, but this one on its own it's alright, you know. Season 5, as we all know, is quite a comedic season. It's a lot like season 19 in a sense. Yeah, I mean, I can't really have much else to say about it because it's just a run-of-the-mill episode. I mean, yeah, the ram is quite comedic, and you know the ending is quite humorous. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say, to be honest. I mean, the visuals are nice. That's the most I can really say about it. And something else I'd like to say. Percy gets one of my favourite lines in the entire series. Roll that clip.
All right then, Alsdale End, said Percy. That's my home, replied Toby. That's why I like it, especially when you're there and not here saying I'm silly. Good night.
Other than that, the episode is just average for me. I'd probably give it I'll give it a 6 out of 10. A 5 is too harsh. Double teething troubles. This is season 5 at its best. Season 5 absolutely nails Bill and Ben. It is unfortunate that they only had one episode to themselves, but this was absolutely amazing. They are perfectly in character. Derek, while having not really any character trait other than being an actual nice diesel, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Boko having his last appearance, that's a very big oof, even though Boko was one of the most overrated characters. He has no personality, you cannot tell me otherwise. Anyway, the episode itself, absolutely phenomenal. Bill and Ben being very naive, and Percy just, oh my god.
Hey, you two, this new diesel's got toothache. Good luck. Why does Percy want to wish us good luck? Asked Bill. Because he knows we'll need it. A diesel with toothache must be the worst diesel of all.
But yeah, the episode is amazing. I would never give it anything under a 10 out of 10. It is amazing. Go and watch it, please. Thomas, Percy and Old Slow Coach, my favourite episode from season 5. As I said before, I'm not a huge fan of season 5, but this story is absolutely amazing. From its action, its visuals, it's just everything about it is just amazing. The characters, like everyone in the episode is perfectly in character. Percy's banter with James, everyone in this episode just gets along with each other, and it's one of my favourite type of episodes, a Thomas, Percy and James episode. Some of my favourite characters. They have the best chemistry out of all the characters in the show. Old Slow Coach's characters, again, she's quite sympathetic. Yeah, I mean, the episode is just really, really good. I very much recommend you watch it. The fire scenes are really, really good. The music in this episode is really, really good too. Old Slow Coach is restored version of herself, as you can see, look on the screen here. Looks really, really nice. I'm not a huge fan of season 5's visuals, but this episode is a very much exception. But yeah, this episode I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Happy Ever After. Without a doubt, the most wholesome Thomas episode of all time. Fun little fact, I did a read-up on this episode a while ago, and thankfully, very few of you saw it, so you're never seeing that again. But anyway, back to the episode itself. It's amazing. Again, one of my season 5 favourites. I mean, very much embraces season 5's somewhat wholesome vibes in a lot of the episodes. Percy being the main character is absolutely amazing. He's just so nice. Seeing Terence again is really, really cool. The concept of it is really cool, and the ending is the most wholesome thing I've ever seen in my life. Thomas covered in bunting and stuff is absolutely, it's so cute, it's amazing. The whole episode is just wholesome and just good. It just is good. I can't really think of anything much else to say. The music is really good, really, really good. But yeah, it's just so good. Everyone's in character. I need to watch. I'm watching this episode again after I finish. It's recorded. But oh my god, it's so good. I'm definitely going to give it a 10 out of 10. I recommend it very highly.
I love weddings, whispered Percy that night. Did you like your kiss? Replied Thomas. But Percy was embarrassed and pretended to be asleep.
Busy Going Backwards, probably the most popular Thomas episode, maybe of all time. Now, I like this episode, full stop. I'm not going to go out and say that it's the best Thomas episode of all time or anything, because I don't think it's anything particularly extraordinary. It is good, but I've just seen it so many times now, and it's getting a bit tired. Now, looking at it as an episode on its own, it is very decent. Having Toad, a rolling stock character, as the main focus of the episode is something which they don't usually do ever, and it's quite nice. It's a nice refreshing change, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the episode itself is pretty darn decent. The chase is obviously really good, the music is really good, the end result of the crash race thing is really good, and yeah, the episode again has a nice little wholesome ending, whatever you like to call it. But yeah, bit overrated this episode. I'd probably just give it a 7 out of 10. For me, it's not as amazing as people think it is for me. Thomas and Gordon, the first ever Thomas episode. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of season 1 in the slightest, alright? Its visuals are not for me, the narration is a bit boring for me, and I'm just not a huge fan, but there are a few episodes which are exceptions, and this is one of them. One of the more nostalgic episodes for me, as this is like one of the most common Thomas episodes to be on a VHS, so I saw it a lot as a kid. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good episode. It introduces, like, you know, two of the main characters, Thomas and Gordon, obviously. Thomas gets put in his place, obviously. Yeah, I mean, it's not really much else to say other than it's a classic. You know, you can't really get more classic than Thomas and Gordon. The music is really, really good. The ending little scene is really, really good. I love Gordon's theme. And yeah, just this shot right here is so, so good. The episode, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because of the impact it was given on everything. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Thomas's Christmas Party, one of my season 1 favourites. Thankfully for this release, there are no bad, or not bad, but boring season 1 episodes on here, as this one is honestly one of my favourites. Like, I just love Christmas episodes. Like, there's a reason why Last Train for Christmas is one of my favourite episodes of all time. But anyway, this episode on its own is absolutely amazing. This episode is quite odd for me because visuals of this episode are really, really good. They're really vibrant, like, which is quite odd for season 1. It was never really the most vibrant season, but my god, it is amazing. Everyone's in character. The ending is again really wholesome. Seeing all the engines with Christmas hats on is just amazing, and seeing Top Hat stand on Lego is yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, the episode itself is just really, really good. The ending song is really good, and it's just a really good end to season 1. It's so good. I'd definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure, by far the most tampered with episode of all time. If you live in the US, then you will know that it got absolutely killed for the US because they decided to change it from Christmas to Thanksgiving, and then everything just made no sense in the end, and it became really bad for the US. But for the UK, it stayed the same, and the final product is really, really good. I'm a huge fan of season 3. I keep choosing between season 2 and 3 as my favourite, but yeah, these are honestly my favourite seasons ever. Again, Christmas episodes, they're my weak spot. I love Christmas episodes. This is the last Christmas episode of, like, the last episode of a season. That trend stopped in season 4 for some reason. But yeah, a really good way to end off season 3. Very nice and wholesome, as Christmas episodes always are. Yeah, perfect. Everything's just so good. 100%, I would give it a 10 out of 10. I'd give it 11 if I could. But a great way to cap off this release. Kind of, I mean, there's still the songs which we have to cover, which I will in a second. But yeah, 10 out of 10, amazing. Now we get on to the songs of this release. I mean, alright, we've never really done this before, but hey, yeah, let's have a look at them. First off is Night Train. I really like this song. I'm just going to be straight up with you. The instrumental is really good, the opening is really good. The song is just very season 5-esque. Now, I don't know if this was factual or not, but apparently it was meant to be Magic Railroad, and my god, that would be amazing. But anyway, yeah, the song, really, really good, really nice and wholesome, very, very catchy, as most season 5 songs and just Thomas songs in general are. I actually think this is better than Accidents Will Happen, but that's because I hate Accidents Will Happen. But anyway, yeah, this song, really, really good, probably an 8 out of 10, I really, really like it. And for the final piece of media on this release, we have Donald's Duck. By far the most bizarre Thomas song of all time, but one of the better ones, I'd like to say. It's just funny, you know, just the fact that they show all of this footage while filming for season 5 is just so good. It's just comedic, and it's a good song as well. Like, some songs, like Accidents Will Happen, I just don't like. They're just repetitive. I know Thomas songs are kind of meant to be like that, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But this one, it definitely does. Really, really good. I recommend you listen to it. It's just so good. Amazing. The duck, Dilly, so goddamn cute. But yeah, a 10 out of 10 song from me. Really, really good. It is now time to see whether or not I recommend or I do not recommend Peep, Percy. Will I say that it is great, or will I say that it is absolutely poop? Let's see.
Martial is isolated. Skirtle here. Oh, yes! That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
But anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all so much. And yeah, here's to the next however many episodes of DVD reviews. Thank you for watching and goodbye.